Good morning. We are logging on here. Bear with it. Here we go. All right. Hey, everybody. Harry Newhand here. Thanks for joining me this morning. Welcome to all the new folks that joined the group here. Sales Pros, Closing More Sales. I put this group together to share the lessons, the tactics, and strategies that I learned over the last 3+ decades to help dozens of people transform their businesses, their incomes, their lives, and create millions of dollars worth of income and sales. And so I decided to share those ideas. And today is I'm gonna share with you some thought-provoking ideas and phrases and concepts that could change or turn your life around like it did for me. And when I heard them, I came from the restaurant business, flipping hamburgers at the local Big Boy. And it wasn't overnight, it was a process, but the ideas, I took notes, wrote them down, and they kept coming up. And over the last 3+ decades, I've not only used them to change my life, but again, I teach these to other people, and the ones that it lands with change their life forever. And one of the things is the truth hurts those that are teachable and humble. The truth doesn't matter for those that are arrogant and think they have all the answers. And so when I heard these, I was extremely teachable because I was living paycheck to paycheck. I was 26, 27 years old, living paycheck to paycheck, behind on my promises, and I wasn't where I wanted to be. And I wasn't using my full potential. I knew there was better things out there. And so I had to be teachable. If I wasn't going to be teachable, I was going to be stuck where I was for who knows how long. It wouldn't have changed it. And you've heard me say here in the group, Jim Rohn was one of my early mentors, and he's one of the things he said: for things to change, you got to change, and for things to get better, you got to get better. I just thought that they would automatically get better, with the government, the economy, the taxes, the work, the wages. I just thought it would get better. I didn't realize that I was the one that had to get better because the marketplace pays for value. So that was one of the key phrases that started the transition, started to change my life. For things to change, you got to change. For things to get better, you got to get better. Otherwise, you're not going to get better. And so that was the start. That was the process. And then I find myself at 28 years old. I'm 10 years out of high school, graduated from high school. I went to college part-time. I got a two-year degree. It took me 6-7 years to get a 2-year degree. It helped. Don't know how much, but it did help. But here was a concept or an idea that Jim Rohn shared that really hit me hard. And maybe it'll land with you. Maybe it'll get you. And I was in the recruiting mode at that time. I was in the network marketing industry. I was learning how to recruit. I ended up becoming one of the top recruiters of that company and did extremely well. And took my talents and my knowledge that I learned to 6-7 different countries and replicated it in different languages, and it was just phenomenal what happened. But here's what the story or the concept that landed. And Jim said that, there was obviously it costs money to fly places, fly to a training school, fly to a workshop. Back then there was no internet, so we went to Dallas or California or Chicago. I'm in Detroit area, So we flew to these places. Got to get a hotel for 2-3 days for a weekend seminar, weekend training. And obviously there's a cost and reward battle that's going on in my mind. Now today it's like, do you hire a coach? Do I hire a coach and pay a couple $1,000 to compress time, to learn what they learned, learn what I want to learn to get where they are? And so the concept is the same. I had to spend the money on hotels and airfare and transportation to go and get the lessons. Now we hire a coach and we get it all online. But the money's almost the same. You pay thousands of dollars for the lessons, and you take those back and you apply them, and then you go back again and learn more lessons. So one of the things that he shared with me was, he said, when you're talking to somebody about investing in your business, and to get the distributor package, to sign up, register, get some inventory of products. Back then there was no ordering online, so you got the inventory and you actually sold the products face to face. $1,000, couple $1,000 is what you needed to really get started to start generating the cash flow. You buy the products, and you didn't have to, but it went faster if you had a little bit of inventory because you could make the profit right then. I sell you a weight control program for X amount of dollars. I paid X amount, and I keep the difference so I can reinvest it in my business. You guys get this. You're business owners and you're sales professionals. You get this. But here's what he said. He said you get somebody, and you're talking to them about the opportunity. They're 28 years old, like you, Harry. You're 28 years old, and it could be somebody that's 40 years old. It could be somebody that's 50 years old. But this particular situation landed with me. I was 28 years old, living paycheck to paycheck, and I needed things to change, and I needed to change, and I needed to get better. And again, the workshop was in Dallas, Texas, and there was a volume requirement, and I was weighing again the risk and reward, not risk, but the money and the reward. What am I going to get out of this? How much is this going to change me so that I can get the end result? Here's what he said. He says you're talking to somebody, and they're 28 years old, and they say, I don't have $500, $1,000 to sign up. And here's the concept. So you've been out of school for 10 years, in high school for 10 years. You've been working in the workplace for 6 to 10 years, depending on if you went to college or not. You're living in the most incredible country with opportunities that ever existed to make money, and you don't have $500 to invest in a business that's going to change your life forever. There's something wrong with this picture. You bought the wrong plan. That's when you have to realize you must do this. So you never have to publicly admit that you don't have any money, that you can't afford it, that you don't have $500 to start a business that's going to change your life forever. Now, I get it. You guys are thinking, well, it wasn't the money. He was just afraid or didn't know or was in doubt that he could actually do it. I get that. But when you use money and resources as an excuse instead of resourcefulness, do you really see the opportunity? Do you see the window? If I can share with you one idea or one concept or change one word tract or change your mindset or work on you, that you can double, triple, quadruple your income and change and turn your life around, is it worth paying for that knowledge? Is it worth paying for that strategy, that tactic that somebody has already went through? It's like a map through the jungle. You want to go through the jungle, the Amazon jungle, without a map and potentially fall into the prey, fall into the river, mosquitoes, spiders, tarantulas, whatever? Or if I sold you a map, what's that math worth to you if you were lost in a jungle? You pay anything to get out of the jungle. It's the same thing in life. It's the same thing in business. It's a jungle out there. There's always somebody trying to slow you down, trying to stop you, trying to prevent you from getting to where you want to go. That's called success tax, when we cross those barriers and beat those barriers. Now, I'm not saying you have to think about hiring me. I certainly would love for you to hire me. But find somebody that's already been where you're at and where you want to go. Find somebody that's already been there, that has the map, so you can get over that barrier that's slowing you down, that's preventing you from earning the next level of greatness that you're entitled to, that you deserve. So what is that next level of greatness for you? It's on the other side of the barrier that you're afraid to cross, or you're afraid to jump over. It's on the other side of that barrier. What would it take? What is it going to cost to hold on, to wait another 6 months? Another year, another 6 years? What if I would have waited? I was in a family-owned business, and I walked away from that to get into the sales industry. What if I would have stayed there? That business ended up going out of business, and they lost it. If I would have stayed there and I didn't take the opportunity to get into the sales industry and find mentors and trainers and teachers that could create more value in me that I could take to the marketplace. So hopefully I wasn't scattered all over the place and you guys get the message and it landed with you. This could be a life-changing moment for you. And if you'd like to reach out to me to see if I can help or how I can help you cross that barrier that's preventing you and holding you back, feel free to reach out to me. Send me a DM or comment right here in the video. If you saw it live, if you're seeing the replay, and I'd be more than happy to sit down with you. I won't charge you a thing, and find out what's holding you back. What's holding you back from that next level, wherever you're at? If you're already making $1 million a year, you're already making $500,000 a year, and it's holding you, and you're stuck, you're not growing, you're not getting to the next level, reach out to me. Chances are, put another set of eyes on it, and it could totally transform your thought process. All right, everybody, have a great day. Hope this helps. Talk to you then.